Hi everyone, disaster white van man today. We've got the fuel tank out. Reasonably easy to do. 470mm bolts. Lower it down. Preferably do this on your van when your diesel's running out. You know, you might want to do this when your sender unit's failing. When you put, on your digital dash or whatever you've got, it'll probably tell you that you've more in than you have. So that's probably when you'd want to do this really. So in time helps really having diesel in this van. There must be 40 litres in it, probably more, but it's got to come out. We're going to change it all and put some fresh in. So yeah, I'll show you the tank and show you underneath this van, point a few things out maybe underneath that maybe you're looking for stuff. Yeah, I'll just show you that. So I've got my trusty torch because it's getting dark. Let's see what we can do. Right, so is here. I'll start with this. So this is your neck bit. I took the factory clips off that first and then got to this thing. That was really difficult. It was covered in mud and bits and stuff, so I had to spray it with some just a lube just to try and free it up, to try and make it slide off. But you just have to push them in. You can see there, probably I've had to give it a bit of stick with my hands to force it apart, the clip, and then it just wiggled it, it came off. It took me about 10-15 minutes to get that off. It's a bit of a pain, that was. Your electrical connector bits are there, look. You plug there and your flow and return, I call it, or your prime part, and your return to tank. Don't know where it's been, it's probably living in a field, but looks at this thing. So we'll get that emptied off, we'll wash it all off and make it look a bit better than that. We'll go underneath and just show you underneath, maybe a few bits and bobs. What else can we show you? So there's the bolts there, look, 217mm, just undo them. Electrical connectors just hanging down there. These two pipes here, green and red, are from your fuel tank, and just make sure you mark them up which way they go on, or have a look online, just mark them up with a pen or something, or take a photograph these days. And that's that. There's your ABS pump there, look. So if you have one that fails, make sure you get the same number to it. You know, that's part of it as well. Your handbrake cables. There, look. So you got your centre one coming down from there on a clip there, right down to the back. They often snap. They wear out at bottom there, down at bottom, and they just break. Water gets in them. They are handed and they ain't cheap. For some reason one's more than other, but they join up there, look. So I think these might be alright. It's worth doing calipers on back with cables really. It's not a cheap do, but it's best way. Your calipers, you'll notice your little arms sticking up. I've sprayed them with all sorts and they're just never free off. Back in the day they were about 35 quid a piece, an exchange basis I think, or some even don't bother but want them back. So just bear that in mind, some little factors and stuff like that. That's just something to be aware of with all bad weather and stuff. We've had cables and stuff like that. Brake lines, they've been done on this, right back to the tank. Not tidiest, neatest job it will, but they're done. The copper, so that's good news. Beam's a bit rusty up back. I've known these snap and break in half and all sorts. This van has been sat a while, you can see it's like dry rust. So we'll have back end of it up anyway, and you've noticed some videos I've been doing, we've done tow bar sort of thing, like just clean up the holes out I think on this and see what's going on. Maybe give it a good wash underneath as well when we get it running. Positive thinking, so do it up in air really and give it a right good steam clean underneath and make it look really nice. Going to the front of the van, what can I show you at the front of the van that you might not know? Not really very much, to be honest. Your battery's in there, innit? I always hear people with batteries, you know, problems and stuff like that. There's your earth up there, look. Your battery earth there, so give that a good clean. And it's something I toy with the idea of this, but it's probably worth doing, is where that hole is there, is to just run a lead, a positive lead from your battery onto that and tape it up. Or bolt it to that thing there with a nut through it, sticking through this side, so put another bolt through, another cable, drill a hole in that plastic thing and stick a bolt through there. And if you ever get a flat battery, or you can't get in your van, you can just get onto it, can't you? Because you can get to your earth there, look. But people cannot get onto positive, and they're trying to hack into the van and stuff. So like a fly lead, I'd call it. You can buy them, you know. You can buy them leads, can't you? So that'd be something to think about. I'm saying that, might as well have a go on this one, eh? So let's do it on this van. And then you're never short of a live, are you? You can put a rubber bung over it or out, couldn't you? If it's, because it's 12 volt, it's not going to do any harm to that plastic, is it? As long as it's directly to your battery. So that's an option there. A bit of a good tip, I reckon, that. So fuel lines are there, but you can actually get this right for you. Down there, there's a join. Let's have a look. See if I can do it with my camera. Just there. There's a join, and that takes you up to your primus bulb and your return hose. So you can. There's a join there as well, and that's it. They're pretty basic, these vans underneath. You know, the jacking points. Look at state, man. I can make pockets for these. I made some in my last van, and I just stitch them on. To be honest, I don't want to be going fully welding. I never use them. Use subframe bolts there when you're jacking these up. Them bolts there, look, jack them up on that. Front ones or rear ones. Got some long jacks, man. I use whatever. An axle stand it there. Never use them. Do not even attempt to use them. They're rust on every van. I think none to man. These vans are awful. So don't ever use your jacking points or still. So yeah. Anything else you want about under this van? I mean, look at that. I think it's been grass tracking, this van. It looks as if it's probably lived in a field. Look at that jacking point. That one needs sorting as well. Yeah, electrical connector there. That's asking for water damage in it. So something like that. I mean, I've seen them in past where they've been electrically cleaned up, and then it sounds mad this, but silicone put on back of either side of the plug to water seal it, and then once that's clipped back together like that, again, just leave it hanging loose, silicone round it, clip it back to the van. I would imagine you never have to use that, whatever it is. It for rear? It goes into rear, and it's probably for something to do with rear. I can't see from here. It goes down there, down to the back of the van somewhere. So it might, I don't know, it might be for rear lights. No, it can't, because they go through the top. I'll have to have a look at that. But whatever that is, I'd maybe hide it. Maybe for ABS pump or something like that. I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it is. I don't know. But yeah, that might want some looking at. But there you go. So that's what we've done today. That's where we're at. That's what we're doing. Let's get out from under here. So yeah. So that's what we've done today. We've got the fuel tank off. I've ordered a fuel pump for it. Been looking up these relief sensors and pressure sensors. I don't know which one talks to which. Whether the fuel works and talks to the sensor first to tell the rail that it's full, and then it ups. I don't know. I can hear it buzzing when I turn it on, but I don't know if the pump's damaged on here, but this engine ran it. I don't know. But for the sake of it, I think it was 70 quid. New solenoid was like 30 quid. So it's bought a running pump. We'll shove it on, and we'll go again. We'll just change one thing at a time. I looked at fuel rails, but I was told this van ran with this engine into its resting place. I don't know what to do. Maybe towed itself there. I don't know. But we're going to change what we can, and we'll get through it. We'll get it going somehow. Just hoping a massive electrical problem, because that's something that I'd probably need another van. I can't have any more here. I'll get shot. So I've got to somehow make this work. But we'll get it sorted out. We'll get it sorted out somehow. So thanks for watching, everyone. If you've liked this video, you've come across my channel. We're doing loads of work on this blue van. We're waiting for some bits to come for that. Power steering pump, belt we need. We're going to try look at the alternator, and yeah, basically get some power steering in it, and hopefully try get rad pack for front and get it filled up and get it running up to temperature and stuff like that. So there's some work to do on that one and this one all at the same time, different videos. So there you go. Thanks for watching everyone. Hit that subscribe button and I'll see everyone in the next video. Bye for now.